Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. Repeat after me. Bhaja Govindam. Repeat after me. Bhaja Govind. Repeat after me. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam.
Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam.
Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Samprapte sannihite kale.
Samprapte
sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karane.
Nahi
nahi rakshati dukrum karane. In the first verse, we were reminded, our attention was brought to, oh, Sir Govinda, Sir Govinda, Sir Govinda, oh, stupid fool, because these grammar rules will not satisfy you when the end time in your life comes, when the last breath is being breathed. At that time, Rama, 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 A, B, C, D, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, this will not help. That time only the name of the Lord will help. If it is on the tip of your tongue, that is the salvation. That will make sure if you are purified in this lifetime and the last thought in your mind or last word on your tongue is the name of the Lord, there is absolute 100% guarantee that you are liberated. And if in case it is not, it is second last, you will still get a birth in a family where you can continue from where you left and perfect yourself in your next life. So that second part I have added to it. First part is remember the Lord. Again repeat after me. Mudhajahi dhanagama trushnam. Mudhajahi dhanagama trushnam. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrushnam.
Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrushnam.
Yallabhase nija karmopatam.
Yallabhase
nija karmopatam. Vittam tena vinodaya chittam.
Vittam tena vinodaya chittam.
Man is found to be running after, instead of God, he is running after only the wealth. The first place where he gets, that distracts him in life from his ultimate salvation is his attraction to the wealth. And he thinks without wealth, without this bank balance, without so many houses, without so many investments, without so much gold, without so many kids, without a wife, without n number of things, there is no purpose of life. My life is secure only when I have all these things. But it is seen, he looks around everywhere, that everyone dies without taking anything with him. He sees that anyone who has a lot of wealth, still he is insecure, still he is unsafe, still he is demanding more and more wealth, he is coveting more and more wealth, still he does not learn. Still he does not learn, and he keeps going after these the money, the wealth, not only the material wealth but also the spiritual wealth. He keeps running. Spiritual wealth is the powers, the siddhis that one can gain. So, what is the way to Bhaj Govindam? Bhaj Govindam, one must at any given moment in his life. What is that moment? This is your moment. You must be absolutely content with what life has given you. If it is $10, if it is $100, if it is $1,000, if it is one house or 10 houses, if it is no house also, one must be completely content. And only through that contented mind is the fit instrument which can contemplate on the God, can remember the Lord. Just like example taken was, just like the goldsmith's attention is on the gold and your attention is on the ornament. Ornament, you pay the money for the ornament, and when you go and sell it back to the goldsmith, he buys the gold. He never gives you the money what you bought it for. So similarly, don't go after name and form in this world. It is ephemeral. It is continuously changing. Names are continuously changing. Forms are continuously changing. Sometimes young, sometimes old, dead. So don't, in this way, save yourself, oh stupid fool. Don't run after wealth. There's another avenue where our energies leak. First was the wealth, and the second is the desires. And these desires, to address this second one, the third verse is told, Nari stana bhara nabhidesham. Stana bhara nabhidesham. Drishtva maga mohavesham. Etan masavasadi vikaram. Savasadi vikaram. Manasi vichintaya varam varam. Here it is told that the human beings waste their energies looking at the full bosom of the young maidens and their navel. Do not fall prey to this maddening delusion. This continuous attraction for the opposite sex, it is not going to give you any satisfaction. This is the way you must look at it. The viparita bhavana, the opposite thought. So one thought is, oh, how beautiful she is, how beautiful he is. I wish she was my girlfriend. I wish he was my husband. I wish she was my wife. And we don't stop there. We see someone else's child. Oh, beautiful. I hope this child was mine. And this way we keep getting attracted. Instead, how to cancel that type of thought of attraction? By thinking that that body which I am attracted to is made up of flesh, bones, fecal matter, urine, phlegm and pus. Similarly, my body is also made up of the same. Arey, yuck. The moment you start thinking about all these things, this is what I am falling in love with, then you automatically you will start thinking, maybe I should shift to something else. And in this way, think well in your mind again and again. So, it is natural in the youth, in the young age, to be attracted by the opposite sex. But it requires, just like you were not born thinking of the opposite sex, you have cultivated that thought over the years as you have grown up. Similarly, now you have to cultivate a new set of thoughts by which you are able to have a good relationship, but you are not attached, you are not intoxicated by the opposite sex, because otherwise you will destroy your life. In this way, how do you, what is the consequence if you don't do this? Here it is told in the fourth verse, Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam. Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam. Tadvad jivitam atishaya chapalam. जीवितम् अतिशय चपलम् विद्धि व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तम् व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तम् लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तम् just like a water drop sitting on a lotus leaf and having an unsure existence. How long is it going to exist on that lotus leaf, dancing this way? But eventually it is going to drop into the waters of the pond and become one with the waters of the pond. But while he is on the leaf, what is the feeling? If that water drop had life in it, what will be the feeling? That, oh my God, but I don't want to die. Please, God, save me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And the leaf is moving and he's also shaking, just like we are shaking in life. Sometimes bombarded by this emotion, sometimes bombarded by that emotion, sometimes this aspiration, sometimes success and failures, hungers and thirst. Continuously we are shaken up in life. And continuously, if the food is not there, oh God save me, I don't want to die. If disease comes, God save me, I don't want to die. Accident happens, thank God, you saved me. But it's okay about the other person. So, it's a very unsure existence for everyone. We don't know how long are we going to live. So recognize this fact. Don't think that you are going to live permanently in this body. It is not possible. And when you come to recognize that my life is not a permanent fixture, that one day I am going to die, then what? Then what? Everyone is trying in his life, in his or her life, only to extend that life. We go to exercise so that the body is healthy. We go to scriptures. Why? You are not coming here to study scripture or these talks just so that how good I speak. No, you are coming here because some inner calling has come to each one of you, and that has brought you here. That is there a way for me to get away from death. It's a deep-seated thought. You may not have recognized what has brought you, but I am telling you now, nobody wants to die. But as long as you are attached to the body, you will die. So, is the death, when that water falls from that leaf and becomes one with the water, is it death of the drop or is it liberation of the drop? Tell me. You can see that. So at the time of death, is it the death of you or is it your liberation? It should be liberation. But if that drop is continuously thinking, like you are continuously thinking that I don't want to die, I don't want to die, will he die? Will he reach liberation? He will not. So it is while living we have to cultivate these positive thoughts, the thoughts of the divine, and in this way understand that this body which you have, or anything that gets a body, it goes through the vyadhi. What is that? Birth, growth, disease, decay and death. This is the sequence that everything that is born in this creation will go through, eventually reach the death. And who are you? Are you the body which is dying? Are you the emotions which are being born and then dying? Are you the thoughts that are being born and dying? Or are you the one who's illuminating all these thoughts, emotions, breath and body and the world from birth till death, and you will continue. There is no death for the soul. There is no death for the spirit. It's the body which dies. So recognize this, and at the time of this physical death, at the time of the last breath, if you can remember this, and it does not happen by fluke, you have to cultivate a mind which can remember it at the last moment. Then liberation is possible. Then salvation is karamalavat. It is You have gained that liberation even before dying. And there are masters living in this world even today who have achieved that even while living. And therefore there is hope for us. Continuing, Yavad Vitto Parjana Sakta Parjana Sakta Tavat Nija Parivaro Rakta Nija Parivaro Rakta Paschat Jivati Jarjar Dehe Jivati Jarjar Dehe Vartam Kopina Pruchhati Gehe
Vartam Kopina Pruchhati Gehe.
Yavad with, till here we did yesterday. Yeah, here the last thought was given was that as long as you have the ability and the capacity to earn, till then people will respect you. The moment you become an invalid, the moment you become incapable of producing anything, people don't want to know you anymore. People don't want to know you anymore. People, the general mindset is, what is in it for me if I have relationship with you? Oh, I might get a free session with you. What is in it for me if I have a relationship with you or make you my friend? Oh, she is a doctor, I can go and disturb her anytime. I can get free consultation without paying anything. What do I have in it for me if I know him from childhood? Oh yeah, I know him from childhood. He will do anything for me. He's an accountant. Hey, can you do my papers, tax papers? So everywhere we have a hook. And when we move through life thinking in this mind, with this mindset that every person whom I come in relationship with, come in contact with, must be of benefit for me, gone. Story over. The moment that person, if he says, Swamiji, you are living in Melbourne, why you want to trouble me? Go and get a person in tax accountant there itself. From that moment, this fellow said it like this, and then I start keeping distance from him. If she says, why don't you go to your GP? Why you are coming to me? Don't you have a GP? Yes, I have a GP. But why you are coming to me? Because you don't charge me. She said, no, I will not do. Acha, you will not do. Start keeping one more. She is not good enough. I must look at some other doctor. See? No. Life is not for encashing every relationship. That is not. Life is for spreading love in every relationship. It is not for encashing. Otherwise it's a business. Every relationship becomes a business. But the truth is, this is how everyone, even in our family, lives like that. The moment you get old, instead of serving you, they put you into nursing home. Go, take care. We'll pay the money. But don't eat our head. Isn't it? So as long as you have the capacity to produce, you have the capacity to earn, you have the capacity to provide, till then you are respected. The moment you lose that, so many divorces in Australia take place. If a husband becomes invalid, the wife immediately leaves him. No time. Why? Those values are not there. Why? For the rest of my life I will have to take care of him. My God, I don't have any independent existence or what? So what do? No, let's go 50-50. What? Then how will I? Darling, we had a love marriage and you loved me, but I'm still the same. Only one leg is missing. She says, I loved the guy who had two legs. I didn't love the guy who had only one leg. That deep is their love, only to the body level. Love does not mean how much can the other person give me. Love means how much I can sacrifice for the other. That is the rule. Mother sacrifices her life for the child. She does not say, I love you, I love you, I love you. She makes night and day one to bring up that child. So that child knows mother loves me, isn't it? But here, understand. Here the understanding is we are not going to mother or anything. Here the principle is being given that the world functions this way. As long as you are of benefit to someone, till then people will respect you, take care of you. The day your usefulness becomes zero, they will not want to know you anymore. So, yavat vittoparjan saktaha, tavat nija parivaro raktaha. Not only the people, even the family members are like that. Paschat jivati jarjar dehe, vardam kopi na prichati gehe. Later on, when you come to live with an old, infirm body, no one at home cares to speak even a word with you. So, if this is the case, then what we should be doing when one day we are going to get old? We feel that our children are going to take care of us. If you keep hankering for the love of your children, if you keep hankering for attention of your children or your grandchildren, you are knocking on the wrong door. Then where you should be knocking? On the door of the Lord. So put attention on the Lord instead of the children and the grandchildren and the relatives. Nobody, no relative has ever come and helped. There may be few cases, but the rule of the world is get as much as you can and then discard. So in this way, and how do you put attention on the Lord? Just like you are obsessed with your kids and your relatives at this moment, with that same intensity, be obsessed about the Lord. Then He will enter into your heart, like your relatives and children have entered into your heart. And in this way, then there is a possibility that the grace of the Lord is bestowed upon us and we have the vision. And that vision then stabilizes us. See, there are two things in life that happen naturally, for which no effort is required. You know what? Someone will say breathing. Is it? But no. For the breathing also, you have to, the child when he is born, he has to be given one thump. Then he starts breathing. Sleeping also, you have to try to sleep. You have to think about sleep, then sleep comes. Two things. First is, love expresses out of us naturally. You cannot try to love someone. Love happens. And second thing that happens in life naturally is withdrawal. What you said, sleep. So in sleep there is withdrawal from the world. You are thinking of the sleep, but the withdrawal from the world is automatically happening without efforts. It's effortless. So two things. Love happens effortlessly, and withdrawal or renunciation or detachment, that happens effortlessly. So this life that we are living, it's not a logical life. Even though we are using the logical words to make an understanding take place, but if this information is not approached with faith, if it is not approached with a devoted mind, it will not make an impact. It will be just information for others, but no change inside ourselves. So understand that life, whenever we come across people, whenever we come across anyone or anything, it's a matter of love. It's not a matter of fact. It's a matter of love. That's why we have been born as a human being. Yavat vittoparjana saktaha. So when you come to this understanding, you will live in this life joyfully, and even if you are miserable, you will be unaffected by anything in this world. You will not seek attention. If you are miserable, you will not seek attention if you are joyful. You understand that you are the one who is illuminating both, because even if nobody cares, I am self-sufficient. Because why? Because the Lord is with me. Why? Because the Spirit is with me. Why? Because I am essentially infinite and complete. When we forget the divine within us, that's the moment from when onwards we seek completion by relating to this person, by associating with that person, by possessing this thing, by going here and going there. We forget ourselves, therefore we go out. The moment we remember ourselves, we will withdraw from everywhere where we have gone and come back and sit in silence, even while doing everything. Understand this way. And therefore, the rule is never live as a slave to this world. Never live as a slave to this world. Make the world your slave. Because you remain a slave to this world, the world will throw you this way and that way like that drop of water on the leaf. What is this? What is being the master of the world and not being the slave? Recognition by that water drop on the lotus leaf, which has a very temporary existence, but in that temporary existence he has come to realize, hey, where after death I will go to water and water is my nature. So he has become realized even while as a drop, and that we are the drop. So recognize yourself that you are of the nature of that spirit and not this body, not this mind, not this intellect, not these ideas, not these mindsets, but of the nature of love. Love is that which is unconditional. In spite of everything, love continues. But when love is focused on only one thing and one person, it becomes attachment. See? So, a mother's love for her child is attachment. Because if it was love, she would love all children equally. This is the difference. Continuing in the 6th verse, it tells our life is determined by where our attention is. So here it says, repeat after me, Yavat pavano nivasati dehe Tavat pruchhati kushalam gehe Pruchhati kushalam gehe Gatavati vayau deha paye Gatavati vayau deha paye Bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye Bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudhamate. As long as there dwells breath in the body, so long they inquire of your welfare at home. Once the breath, the life leaves, the body decays, even the wife fears that very same body. And this point I have already talked about. Till you are alive, till then there is some value to you. But once you die, you have only a nuisance value. What is that nuisance value? You stink, now I have to spend money to cremate or bury. It's nuisance. Now, I have to take leave from the work, now I can't do this, now I can't do that, now who will drive me everywhere? It's nuisance value. You are not looking at the value. Value was only as long as he was alive. The moment he dies or she dies, it has become a problem. And yesterday I gave you the example of that lady who did not want to even look at that person. And in this way, to live in the body, for the body, as the body, on everybody is the materialistic way of life. We live in this body not for the body. We live in this body to serve everybody. That is the purpose that we have been given this body. The purpose of this body is not to indulge this body with more and more food, with more and more creams, with more and more sprays, with more and more haircut, with more and more beautiful clothes. All that is okay. You can. There is no harm in it. But it should not become an indulgence. The main purpose of this body is so that it can serve the creation. Are you serving the creation? Are you serving the Lord? If not, we are going the wrong way. And how do you serve the Lord? How do you serve the creation? Not only physically outside, but asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Meditation is possible not outside the body. Meditation is possible only in this body. So utilize this body so that you can fly or dive deep into meditation. And for that, use this body for the right purpose, not for indulgences and various intoxications. And in this way, with this right knowledge, to live in the body is the healthiest life. And when we live for the higher goal and not for the worldly goal, then the personality of the person gets integrated. And he starts now, the universal biography of a human being is given now in this 7th verse. Balastavat krida saktaha.
Balastavat krida saktaha.
Tarunastavat taruni saktaha. Tarunastavat taruni saktaha. Vruddhastavat chinta saktaha.
Vruddhastavat chinta saktaha.
Parame brahmani kopi na saktaha.
Parame
Brahmani kopi na saktaha. In the previous verse it was told that that as long as the life breath is going in the body, body is alive. So how do we take care of the body? We keep it clean, we keep it fit, we keep it active, because we do the yoga or exercises or whatever, so that it's flexible and it's available for whatever job that you want to do. It should be instantly available. Not like today's children. Get up, get up. 10 times you are calling them, but they are not getting up out of the bed. Why? The body is enjoying the warmth of the bed, the body is enjoying the laziness in the bed, and they don't want to come out. Can the body enjoy? No, the mind is enjoying. But that mind is attached to the body. Therefore, it's not ready to come out of the bed. See? So keep it fit, keep it trim, keep it active, keep it flexible, keep it, when the string on the guitar, when it is at the right tension, music comes out. If it is little bit loose or little bit tight, music will not come out. Similarly, the tautness of the body, therefore when we in meditation we say keep your back, neck and head in a straight line, that is the reason. It should be of that much tension should be there in your body, a healthy tension, so that the music of the Lord can resonate from within. When everything, body, breath, mind, intellect, when your spine is absolutely aligned with itself, then the music will be played. Now in this verse, the biography is given, Bala Stavat Krida Saktaha. It is seen that this same body, when it is in the childhood, the only attachment for the child is play, 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 play. Taruna Stavat Taruni Saktaha. And when that same body from childhood comes to the teenage and the youth, the only attraction or attachment is the opposite sex. The boy has an attraction to the girl has an attraction to the boy. That's the only attachment, that's the preoccupation of the mind. Then as that body going through the youth comes to the old age, what is the attachment in the old age? Chinta saktaha. The old people are only attached to their worries. Not to anything else. What are the worries? He has not paid the bill, he has not called me, he has not I've come here for so much time and he's not even ready to give me some time. Continuously, what is happening in the world, why there is salt less in the vegetable, why you have made this vegetable, I didn't teach you to make it like this, why my clothes are not washed, why this, why the vacuum, continuously can. And why this thing happens, I'll tell you what. This chinta and chitta is not too far away. Chitta means the fire on which you are burnt. In Hindus, you are put on a wooden platform and they light you fire. So that by mistake also you should not get up and come in trouble again. Make sure, go permanently. We don't want to make the mistake of you coming back. So, Chinta takes you to Chitta. And what is Chinta? What is worry? Worry is the recognition of your impotency to perform in life. So as you get old, desires are there, but body is not fit. You want so many unfinished desires are there inside of you, but you are not able to fulfill them. And nobody is listening to you to fulfill them. That moment, the chinta begins, the worry begins. Means, careful. Don't move the carpet. Instead, what should be done to remove this worry? If you start worrying about God, that chinta becomes chintana. Chintana. Na means no. No worry is equal to chintana is contemplation. See how beautiful Sanskrit language, how you can play with it. Chinta, worry leads to chitta. But if you worry about the Lord, if you worry about liberation, if you worry about the spirit, automatically that worrying is no longer worrying, it is called contemplation. The word, just addition of one word and subtraction of one word, can either take you to an ignorant death or it can transport you to your realization. Addition of one word transports you to realization. So in this way, in the old age, the only thing you have to do is, when the old people complain, all they want is an acceptance. They want to bring out their frustrations. They want to bring out their unfinished aspirations and desires. They want to be listened to. The biggest problem in old age is they find that they are incapable, they don't have a worthy vision in front. When you were youth, you were busy with the opposite sex. Then you get married. Then for next 25, 30 years you are busy taking care of the children and each other and the house and making wealth. After all that is done, now what? Majority people, the moment they retire, they die. They can't live for more than 3-4 years. Because there's no avenue in which they can perform and contribute themselves in life. That lack of contribution to the society, now children are grown up, wife also doesn't listen, she is independent, she has always been independent. In fact, the man was the one who was always dependent on the wife. This problem comes more with men rather than women. Because wife is busy, you vacuum 100 times, no problem. Clean the kitchen 100 times, no problem. Cook again and again, no problem. She is busy from morning till evening. The problem is with the fellow who has got used to another person who does everything for them. Now what to do? Eat her head. Eat other people's head. Why? He has not found a place of solace within his heart. And for that, bhaja govindam, govindam, bhaja mudhamate. I'm not saying only man, there are women also who do the same way. They make the men work. Isn't it? So, vriddhas tavat chinta saktaha. So, in the old age, everyone is attached to worry, but parame brahmani kopi na saktaha. But it is indeed a wonder that nobody is attached to the reality. In childhood you are attached to the play, in youth you are attached to the opposite sex, in the old age you are attached to worry, but throughout your life you have never found even some time to get attached to the reality of God. Indeed, it is a wonder. Therefore, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudhamate. So, where are we? And therefore, this brings us to the next verse. See, there are 4 steps in life. We have given you the universal biography. This is what every human being goes through. Bala, childhood, youth, old age, and eventually death. If this is the case, how do I bring about a change within while living? I have recognized this. So, Swami Chinmayananji has given a sequence. He says, introspect every day before going to sleep. What you have done during the day. Introspect. Scan. Just like in meditation we are scanning the body, you scan the day. Detect. When you are scanning the day, there will be certain times where from inside the voice will come and say, you did not behave correctly there. You got angry for nothing. You told a lies there. I should not have behaved in this manner. It was wrong. I should have looked at all the angles and then responded. So from inside you will come to know. Don't try to justify it. Just accept it. That is detection. Then negate. Then, okay, accept that I made a mistake. I will not make that mistake again. So, introspect, detect, negate, and then affirm. Put a positive statement in your mind, which can cover each one of them or all of them, and go to sleep. So what has happened at the time you have gone to sleep? You have sorted out the day of all the guilts and anxieties. Because that's where your mind is all the time, in past or future. Past guilts or future expectations, which bring about anxieties. So when you introspect, detect, negate, affirm and go to sleep, you have dealt with the day completely. No loose threads are left behind. And do this, you do this for 1 month and you see what a beautiful personality will come out. You will feel good about yourself. So, and when we start doing this, the first thing that will happen is dispassion will come. You will not get attached to unnecessary, unwanted things. Then as dispassion comes, our fear comes not because of something. Our fear in life is only because of what I have got attached to. It should not be taken away from me. What I have should not be taken away. Then the fear comes. But when dispassion is there, dispassion means what? Detachment. When I have detached with everything, let the body be taken away. How does it matter? Let the house go. How does it matter? I access that fearlessness which is my essential nature. If you do this, introspect, detect, negate, affirm and grow and be happy, this is the consequence of that exercise. Few months you do. I used to write down initially. Then I started doing it mentally. Don't try to do it mentally from beginning. Write. And after 2, 3, 4 months, then I started doing it mentally. And now it's just 1 minute, zoom, scanning the whole day. Every night it happens. It's become a habit now. And as a result of this, we come to, because when there is fearless within our heart and mind, then there is no dependency on anyone. We recognize we are an independent being which is not dependent on anyone, and this capacity can come only when the mind is focused on Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Meaning, the mind is continuously focused on the spirit, is continuously focused on the love, continuously focused on that divine which is within our heart and mind. And in this way, the best way to withdraw in life, even while functioning in life, withdrawal does not mean giving up your duties. Withdrawal does not mean not giving up your job. Withdrawal does not mean that not doing what is required to be done for your children and grandchildren, or your partners, or your parents. Withdrawal means not to be unduly obsessed by them. That is what it means. And that is only possible when your obsession, your attention of the mind is on the divinity. And that divinity is present with you right here and now. And that is the one which is going to be with you as you, even if this body dies. All relatives, all parents, all children, grandchildren, you are calling them as your own only because you are considering yourself to be the body. The moment you withdraw from the body, your attention is, yes, this is my child, this is my wife, but my attention, my treatment towards them is the same as I treat everyone else. Maybe a little bit extra for my mother. Maybe a little bit extra I do for her. But when it comes to a T, everyone is equal in the eyes of such a person. There cannot be any favoritism. Favoritism is where attachment is. Kate kanta kaste putraha sansaro yamativa vichitra kasya tvam kaha kuta ayatah tatvam chintaya tadiha bhrata bhaja govindam bhaja mudhamate. So here it is told, Kate kanta kaste putra. Who is your wife? The teacher Adi Shankaracharya is saying, who is your wife? Who is your son? Supremely wonderful indeed is this sansara. Of whom are you? Of whom are you, O man? From where have you come from? O brother, think of that truth again and again. Don't live a life of default. This is my wife, this is my son, this is my child, this is my uncle, this is my auntie, this is my brother, this is my sister. What are they going to do at the end of the breath? Are they going to be coming? Oh my darling, they are waiting when he goes away and I get all the money to me. Why they have to wait? You get old, they already start thinking that way. And this is everyone's experience. If you have not come to that stage, you can see around when your parents, siblings behave that way, or your friends, parents, siblings, they behave that way. It's surrounded. But we have this feeling that my children and my wife and my grandchildren will not behave that way. This imaginary feeling that our children are something unique. Wait till you get old, then you will find out. So better prepare. Don't be dependent on them unnecessarily. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Which is that basket? Your children, your relatives, your grandchildren, your brothers and sisters, your parents. No. The best basket in which to put all your eggs is the divinity. Bhaja Govindam. Because God treats you without everyone equally. He is not judging you sitting up there or in your heart. He accepts you as you are, with all your shortcomings, with all your successes and failures. Is there anyone in this world who accepts you as you are? No. Only the God does. And you know that. So in this way, where are we? No, we are on number 8. So who is your wife? What is life without a wife is the first statement. A young man goes around looking for, oh, I am bachelor, what is life without a wife? When he gets married, he says, oh my God, what a life because of a wife. I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm preparing you. Swamiji, I am witnessing everything, including my wife. Then you have got it. So, the important point is when we are living our life, live with detachment, carrying out all your duties. Whatever money has to be earned, earn, but without detachment. Invest without detachment, with detachment. Sorry, not without, with detachment. Marry with detachment. Produce with detachment. Die also with detachment. Life is about detachment. Nothing in this life is ever attached to anything. Childhood is not attached to teenage. Teenage is not attached to youth or middle age. Middle age is not attached to old age. Old age is not attached to death. Continuously, every cell in our body is multiplying, changing, and we are getting old. There is no attachment. Continuously, the breath is coming in and out. It is not attached. No, I love this body. I am going in and not going to come out. Is it possible? Or it says, I go out, enough of this body. I am not going to come in anymore. Does it happen? While living, that is. No. So detachment. It's detached. Eyes also, all the senses, continuously, they are blinking. Why is it blinking? Because it's tired of what it is looking at. See? So continuously, everything in this world, the breeze comes, it doesn't say, I love this Kingston, I'll just stay here. No, it will continue going. The seasons, they continue going. They don't say, I like this area. Come on, it is what you call monsoon. Let's continue to have, I want to be here permanently. It does not happen. Seasons will come, Monday will come, birth will come, death will come. All this is happening only because the principle behind the nature is detachment, renunciation. Nothing is attached to anything. But it's only one. See, even in the animal kingdom, even in the plant kingdom, there is no attachment. Plant produces the fruit and detaches the fruit. Animal produces the children, trains them, nurtures them, and then detaches from them. The most intelligent of all the species is human being. He makes this one mistake called attachment. And therefore, on account of it, suffers. Whereas everyone else, because of the program within, they are continuously being detached. But human being, because he has been given a choice to attach or detach, he chooses by mistake attachment. So, bhaj govindam, bhaj govindam. If at all you feel that you need to be attached to something, better be attached to the Lord, because that alone can give you peace of mind. That alone can give you salvation. That alone can give you liberation and eternity. And in this way, I was telling someone yesterday or day before yesterday that understand, this is where majority, as I said before, every parent thinks my children are unique and they are cut out to be different from others. They will take care of me, they will listen and this and that. Understand the rule. All children are born through you, not to you. You produce only the hardware. Software comes from somewhere else. The soul that enters and enlivens the baby comes in the 4th or the 5th month sometime. Till then it's only a dead body which the mother is carrying and keeping it alive by her own breath, by her own nourishment, whatever she is taking. It has got no individual existence. Therefore, in our Hindu culture, till the third month it is okay. Till third month you can abort. But after that, there is a possibility life has entered. Therefore, no abortion. And also another part is, it becomes risky also. But to be unduly attached, you have done a service to that divine by producing a child. That divine should not be a product of passion and lust. The child that is produced, the body that is produced by the husband and wife, man and woman, should be as an offering to the divine. That, oh Lord, you have brought us together, here is our offering to you. Please make him into a good citizen and a positive force in the society to bring about a positive change. Make him in your own image. With this idea, when we we come together, then a beautiful child, that body which you have conceived in the womb, it will attract the right soul, because with that mindset you came together. If it was lust and passion and mere carnal pleasures, then that type of soul will be attracted. See, it is not just like that the children come about. It is our responsibility how we bring them about, how we conceive them also. And in this manner, so whom do we belong to? Only to the Lord. Where have you come from? From the Lord. What for have we come in this world? To remember the Lord. Are we born of our parents' passion? Correct this. Nowadays so many children are there on the streets. They don't even know who the father was. They don't even know. They know who the mother is, but mother doesn't know who the father is. Isn't it? We see so many stories in the newspapers, in the news. The children kept at the church steps, children kept at the council doors. Nobody knows. They don't want the child. Because these are all products of passion, not product of not an offering to the Lord. And in this way, contemplate on this and develop dispassion. And for this, to bring about all this, to bang our head, to re-educate our intellect again and again, it cannot happen by just reading a book in your home. It cannot happen by just listening to a CD at home. You have to have direct contact with a teacher. And when you have a direct contact with a teacher, then it is called Satta Sang, company of truth, where again and again the right concepts, the idea of the truth, that Lord is being presented to you through various examples, through various principles, through various texts, through various ways. And therefore it brings us to the next verse. Sat Sangatave Nisangatvam.
Satsangatave nisangatvam.
Nisangatve nirmohatvam.
Nisangatve nirmohatvam.
Nirmohatve nishchalatatvam.
Nirmohatve nishchalatatvam.
Nishchalatatve jivan muktihi. Nishchalatatve jivan muktihi. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. In every life, we will get one set of parents. In every life. In this life, I have a set of parents. In my last life, I would have had a parent. If I have another life, next life, after this body dies, again I will have a set of parents. So which parents am I getting attached to? Parents also change. The soul remains the same. So throughout its journey to the Lord, he has got many sets of parents till he reaches the abode of the Lord. Not Lord somewhere, but within, as he is purifying himself. So parents also keep continuously changing. So understand, the only true, lasting, satisfying, fulfilling relationship you can have in this world is only with the Lord in your heart. Not with the parents, not with the children, not with the grandparents, not with the grandchildren, not with friends, not with enemies. Only with the Lord. That is lasting. And for that we must come to the satsang. What is satsang? Satsang. Sang means attachment. And we are used to attachment. We are unable to practice detachment. Even though that is the way the nature functions. Okay, if you want to be attached, get attached to the truth. Get attached to the Lord. Lord is not other than the truth. Therefore, satsangatve. So, get attached to the truth. Where is the truth being talked about? In a area like this, or sometimes when we are sitting at home and chanting Bhaj Govindam, for how many? 2 hours we were chanting, we were in satsang. We did not talk about the meaning or anything, but our mind was not thinking about breakfast, was not thinking about coffee, was not thinking about what is going on in the world, but it was only chanting for 2 hours, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, isn't it? So we were in satsang at that time. This concentrated effort that goes into remembering the divine, it transforms you from inside without you knowing. Just like when you put a culture in warm milk, you can't see what is happening inside the milk. But in the morning, you get yogurt, it sets. Similarly, you put the culture of divine inside your mind and heart and sit in meditation and chant. When it will percolate the whole thing and the culture will spread and transform the entire being from an individual into a divine being. That is the capacity of the satsang, where continuously, now we have come here for how many, 7, 8 years, 9 years I have been coming. Continuously, every time we talk, when we go to breakfast or lunch or dinner to someone's house, always, initially we talk about this way, that way, everything in the world, but eventually the topic comes to, Swamiji, I got a question. Isn't it? Or automatically the discussion shifts to some satsang, some topic about to clarify our doubts. It's automatic. But why does that not happen when you two are talking with each other? Why it does not happen when you go for a coffee with... even in Melbourne, if someone takes me out for a coffee or I take them out for a coffee, the topic initially begins because I have to come down to their level. And I know if they have called me out for coffee, there must be something is there, hook is there. It's never, no, there's nothing called free coffee or free tea. So I'll talk this, that, then I'll become silent after some time. Oh, how nice weather. Okay, what do you think? Rudd will win or Abbott will win? And then I stop. Swamiji, I have got a question. Okay. Now, shoot. Eventually it comes back to that. So, satsang. What does satsang do? Satsangatve nissangatva. See, there is a ladder of fall. What is that ladder of fall? It comes in Bhagavad Gita. Dhyayato vishayan punsa, that's how it goes. When you think about something, you get attached to it. When you get attached to it, you desire it. And the desire, if it is satisfied, it leads to greed. If it is not satisfied, it leads to anger. No greed can be completely satisfied, so it also leads to anger. So after desire comes anger. When you are angry, you get deluded. When you get deluded, you lose the ability to think correctly, what is right and what is wrong. And when a human being stops having this discrimination of what is right and what is wrong, that is the fall of man. Then what is, if this is the ladder of fall, what is the ladder of rise? The ladder of success? This is the ladder of success. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. In the ladder of fall, the man became depressed and dead while living. And what is the ladder of rise? Come to a satsang. As down in the dumps you are, you come to one of these points. One person came and he went away. He needed to hear only that much, because it must have disturbed him very much. Something must have, when you put the wind over the charcoal, suddenly the fire comes out. So something must be there. And my words must have something brought out. So now you'll be contemplating. And that is enough. You don't have to listen so much. You are enjoying, so that's a different matter. So you're going deeper into yourself. For him that much was enough. So what does satsang do? Satsangatve nissangatvam. Attachment to truth, attachment to Lord, attachment to spirit or life makes you detached from the unwanted things in the world. What are the unwanted things? Wealth, opposite sex, money, gambling, drinking, attachment to parents, attachment to children, attachment to grandchildren, attachment to body. When you sit by yourself, half an hour is very difficult for you to sit in meditation. But you sat with me 1 hour. And I hear this many times. In Melbourne also, some people are there. They wait, Swami, please don't go. Our Wednesday, Sunday morning we'll miss. Why? Sunday morning meditation. They don't realize how 1.5 hours vanishes from their life. They come, they sit at 7 o'clock, and when the moment I say, oh, they come out. My God, 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Swamiji, why am I not able to sit for 1 hour 20 minutes in my home by myself? Why? Satsangatve nissangatvam. Because you are not able to put your attention on the divinity with that same intensity of purpose independently. Here I am guiding you so you are able to. But independently, sometimes it is not possible till you don't become established in it, isn't it? You sit for 2 hours chanting all the artis and bhajans. Imagine Raj sitting there. It's impossible. But Raj can keep chanting. If his interest comes, today he sat for 2 hours. But ask him to do it himself, it will not. See? So sometimes by yourself, by independently doing it, it becomes difficult. So there are different meanings of satsang. Satsang can be in a group like this. Satsang can be with the scriptures. Satsang can be sitting in meditation. But initially you are not able to sit by yourself. So you take the benefit of a crowd, sing bhajans, come to satsangs like this, talks like this, re-educate your mind till it comes to recognize that I can do it by myself. It comes to that stage. And it's a slow process, but you keep chipping away at it systematically with newer and newer ideas. Keep learning and unlearning the old habits and keep learning new ways of dealing with the life. Therefore, satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam. Moha means delusion. Nir means without delusion. So, with detachment comes a mindset which has overcome delusion. Remember before, anger leads to delusion. That was the ladder of fall. And delusion leads to loss of memory. Loss of memory leads to lack of discrimination, meaning what is right and wrong, that you lose the plot. But here, you are coming to satsang. As a result of satsang, you are left right now. You are left all your duties, all your responsibilities in the world. What is going on in Egypt? What is going on in Europe? What is happening to Lee Kuan Yew? What is happening to to your HST? Nothing you are worried about. You are just here. It has automatically dropped you. And all the worries that are born by those things you are attached to is the moha, is the delusion. And that, as a result of detachment from those things, automatically your delusions are also removed from your mind. The emotions that you were feeling, the worries that you were feeling, the anxieties that you are feeling, the complexes that you go through, all that is because your attention is outside. The moment attention comes to the truth in your heart, automatically you get detached with the world. Because of the world, the delusion comes. Because of wrong interaction with the world. Now you have corrected your interaction, you have come to the source, automatically the delusion goes away. Nirmohatve nischala tattvam. The more you think of the reality in your heart as I, who am I? Or what is this spirit? Who is the Lord within? Or chant Om. As you keep contemplating, meditating, chanting, slowly, all the memories in your mind, all the unwanted impressions in your mind, they get annihilated, they get burnt away, they get destroyed. Because the Lord's power, the power of the Spirit, the light that is emanated, that is coming out of your spirit is so bright that darkness cannot remain. All the thoughts, all the emotions, all the attachments, all the aspirations, all the successes, all the failures, all the relatives are a product of ignorance. Don't think they are product of the God. They are product of ignorance. And the moment, how do you invoke this light? By thinking about the light. When this light comes, immediately all darkness goes away in toto. And that's what is told. Nirmohatve nischala tattvam. The moment the delusion goes away, at that very moment your mind becomes nischala tattva. There is no agitation in the mind anymore. Nischala. Achala means, chala means moving. Nischala means unmoving. Your mind stops agitating. It doesn't have that many thought eruptions which are confusing, which are worrying, which are making you less than what you want to be. Nischala tattve jivan mukti. Only a purified mind, only a mind in which the thought eruption has reduced, has the capacity to liberate. Only that mind. So there are three things. You can write it down. The direction of the thoughts in the mind must change. The quality of thoughts in the mind must change. And the quantity of thoughts in the mind must change. With these three parameters, if you are always aware, is the direction of my thoughts towards the world or towards the Lord in my heart? Is the quality of the thought, is it anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, dislike, or is it about unity? Is it about integrity? Is it about harmony? Is it about elegance? Is it about purity? So continuously be aware. Is your mind having positive thoughts or negative thoughts? Is the direction of your mind outwards or inwards? And the third parameter is the quantity of thoughts. Do I have too many thoughts or do I have less thoughts? So we must have less thoughts. Only a mind in which there are few thoughts. Remember what we did in meditation? From many thoughts we brought it to Om. That Om initially were many Oms, but eventually led to no Om. Isn't it? So from many thoughts to one type of thought, from one type of thought to no thought. But I'm still awake. I'm still watching. That mind has gone from many thoughts to one thought, from one thought to zero thought. And you again and again come to that space within yourself. And that itself is liberation. That itself is liberation. Come to the zero thought. Buddha called him Shunya, no thought state. In that Shunyata, recognition that zero thought and no thought and expression of thought are two expressions of the mind. I am the one which cannot be talked about, which cannot be thought about, which cannot be ideated, which cannot be conceptualized, which cannot be inferred. But in my light, everything is happening. That one I am. And that is only possible when the agitations in the mind have reduced. Agitations in the mind will reduce when the delusion has been weakened. Delusion gets weakened when we have detached from the world. And you detach from the world when you get attached to satsang. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam. Nirmohatve nishchalatatvam. Nirmohatve nishchalatatvam. Nishchalatatve jivan mukti. Nishchalatatve jivan mukti. Bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. Govindam bhaja mudhamate. See, delusion means what? Moha means what? Our insistence of pulling yesterday into today. And our insistence that tonight when I go to sleep and when I wake up tomorrow, my husband, my house, my bills, my responsibilities, my health, my body, my mindsets, all will be the same there tomorrow also when I wake up. This insistence, this imaginary continuity that we have somehow, our mind has come to create, where there is no continuity possible. Yet this feeling is there that there is continuity. This is called delusion. Only one thought at a time can appear in your mind. Then where is the continuity? One emotion can happen at a time. One thing at a time you can see. But we imagine that I am a continuous principle. Yes, you are a continuous principle when you are of the nature of spirit. But as a body, as a mind, you are not continuous. Every day you take a dream and next day you don't go into the same dream. Then why this insistence that when I am awake every day, I must have the same world which I left yesterday? Same husband, same wife. So that means I can have a new wife every day? Don't go into that direction. So this is the delusion, this imaginary continuity has to be broken. And that is not in the capacity of the mind and the intellect. It happens that continuity gets broken only by the grace. And for that grace to be showered, you have to connect with it. And for connection, you have to Bhaja Govindam, or you have to go to a satsang, and then it happens. Then continuing. Vayasi gate kaha kama vikaraha. Kaha kama vikara. Shushke nire kaha kasaraha. Kshine vitte kaha parivaraha. Parivaraha Nyate tatve kaha sansaraha. Kaha sansara Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudhamate. Understand? It is the spirit who is experiencing this body. It is not the body who has to experience the spirit. It is not the mind which has to experience the spirit. It is not the intellect which has to experience the spirit. You are the spirit. Even right now, you are the spirit who is experiencing the body, who is experiencing the breath coming in and going out. You are experiencing the emotions coming and going, and you are experiencing the thoughts coming and going, understanding happening or not happening. So correct your position. Don't take the position in the mind. If you take in the position in the mind, then your position is like the inert matter must come to know the conscious principle. The bulb must come to know the electricity. It will never be possible. But if you take the position of electricity, then you can come to know not only one bulb, then you know you can express as light through many bulbs and are expressing. It is a phenomena. It is happening. So understand this inverted vision that we have right now. See, we think that this is the body and inside is the mind. It's the other way. Body is inside the breath. Breath is more pervasive than the body. Body is in the balloon of the breath. The balloon of the breath is in the balloon of the mind. The balloon of the mind is in the balloon of the intellect. The balloon of the intellect is in the infinite balloon of the spirit. It's like that. But how do we think? Exactly the opposite way. It seems that I am the body and the mind is somewhere inside. Isn't it? The spirit, where is the spirit? And get headache. So it is the spirit who is experiencing your intellect, your mind, your breath, your body. Without that spirit, this equipment cannot function. So correct your understanding. So here it is told, Vayasi gate kaha kama vikarha shushke nire kaha kasara. He says, when the age, youthfulness is past, where is lust and its play? When water is evaporated, where is the lake? When the wealth is reduced, where is the retinue? When the truth is realized, where is the samsara? These similes are given. That when the age of youthfulness has passed, where is lust and its play? You know, lust and passion may be there in the mind. But is your body able to perform? No. So you see frustrated fellows walking around on the street. So many places. Why in the old age, just like you were talking about your mother or your mother-in-law, my grandfather, the desire when he had a stroke, he was still very intelligent and he is a patriarch, 7 children and wife and brought all of them well, and when he had a stroke, suddenly the nurse came and said, "Darling, it's time for you to take bath." And she will take his clothes off and he will he's going away. Why? Suddenly the feeling that I have done everything in my life by myself, and suddenly she's treating me like a child, like a nobody. That feeling. Similarly, many people, they get old, they want to do this, they want to invest, they want to build houses, they want to do, but the body has got no capacity. The desires are there, but the body cannot carry out those desires. Frustration comes in life. So here it is told, when the youthfulness has gone, where is the lust and the passion? When water is evaporated, where is the lake? And similarly, when the wealth is reduced, where is the retinue? When you have got nothing to share with anyone, no wealth, let it be spiritual wealth or material wealth. Nobody will say, "Oh, you are my brother, very nice." You call, there is one person staying with in our house. And one day, it is his duty, we have got a list that the students who are staying in our house, every day each one must take the garbage out. So it was his, he didn't take it out. He's in his own world, he's 50 years old, a bit older than me. And one of the girls who is half his age, she said, who did, the kids, who did not take the garbage out yesterday? And, or today only. So they asked each other, nobody knows who took it out. Then they looked at the list. It's this fellow, and he did not. Called, Jaya, come here. And Jaya came. What happened? No, what? No, they already, suddenly, they were in that tone. They were not saying it out of animosity or hatred. No, it was just a concern. Whose job it is, so that tone came out. Everyone has come back from work, everyone is ready to eat and go to sleep, and suddenly extra work is there. So who has not done his job? And suddenly he came and he said, no, this has become too much. They don't respect me, they don't do this, they don't do that. For one garbage bag, they do this. And immediately he called his sister. He told his brother, brother, you organize some room for me, I am going to shift from here. It's enough, I don't want to live here anymore. And he told my mom, he calls mummy, I am going soon. And he, in front of everyone, he called his brother. He said, okay, give me a day or two, I'll find out. Then at night, he called his sister, who lives in Glenville only. Sister, this is the problem and I'm fed up of it. I have to get out of this place. Can I come over to your place? At that very moment, on the phone, she sent him a list of 12 items, saying, if you follow these 12, then you can come and stay in my house. What is that? You can bring only one bag. You are not allowed to bring all your books and all your junk. Only that you have to clean the toilet and bathroom every day. That you have to help me with the cutting the vegetables and cooking. That you will not unnecessarily speak to everyone in the house. So 12 things she wrote. Next day, I had come back from India just that. Hobart. From Sydney I came back. Then mom told me, Aja, I said, and then next day the brother called me, his brother. Swamiji, what happened? He's asking for accommodation, this, that, what should I do? I said, if he wants to go, he's welcome, but you know how your brother is. So sit on it for 2 days. If he says that he wants to go, then you find some place. I'm okay if he wants to go. I got no problem. But what happened? I said, this happened. Oh, this happened? Then no problem, he will not go. See, even his own relatives are not ready to accept him in their house. Why? Difficult personality to handle. I can handle. My mom can handle, but others can't handle. He is unfit in the society. So when water is, and what is his last dream? No, I must live, I must experience life. He is now 54, 55. And what is, he wanted to be a general manager, he has become a general manager. Now, I want to realize, but I got one desire left before I get realized. I want to find a soul mate. I want to find a soul mate. And which soulmate? No, I want a white soulmate. See? Now that obsession has stuck in his mind. And he studies scriptures every day. You think it will it allow him to study the scriptures? See? When the wealth is reduced, where is the retinue? When there is no money, who will ask for you? When he came from India, after studying in the ashram, he has zero money in his pocket. He asked his brother, you can't stay with me. He asked his sister, you can't stay with me. He asked his other sister, you can't stay with me. Everyone refused. He asked the ashram, they said, no, we don't want you in our ashram. So he called. Swamiji, I don't have any place. Is it possible for me to stay with you? I don't have any money. I said, it's not my house. You ask mom. And naturally she will ask me. But point is, he eventually came. Even though he had no money, we gave him place. Then he found job in 2 months' time and he started working. And then he is a very proactive person. But the point is, because of his personality, because he has no money, point here is, he had no money, no one wanted to entertain him in his house, in their house, because he will be a burden to us. He will not be paying the rent. He will not be contributing in the costs. He will be eating, but he will not be giving any money. He will be living, but he will not be contributing any money. So when you have, so till the end of your life, you be a giver, not a taker in life. Remember one thing in life. And for that, you strive, you work hard, you get into business, some way or the other, you keep producing wealth or whichever way. But you must be a provider. You must be a giver. Every time you stretch your hands to get something from someone, your self-respect goes down. Because you find yourself to be dependent on us. But Swamiji, sannyasis do the same thing. They beg everywhere. But their understanding is different. A common man begging, he feels. The first time when I was working in Australia and I left my job because I wanted to meditate. But in those 3 weeks that I was at home, I went to the dole and I got, they used to give $170 something every fortnight. I used to feel so bad that I am taxing the government because I am not working and I have the capacity to work. I felt so bad. Within 2.5 weeks I found a job again. I couldn't handle it to be living on dole. Even today, after 14 years of being a sannyasi, I am not on dole. I just cannot live like that. It is easy for me. Give them some, every few weeks, give them that I applied here, I applied there and get the money. But it just eats away at your self-confidence. So never be a taker, always be a giver. When the truth is realized, where is the samsara? When you have no money, nobody wants you. When there is no water, nobody can drink the water. When the youthful has passed away, where you can satisfy your desires? When you have come to know the truth, the world as we know it has vanished. Then what is there when the world has vanished? Only the truth remains. Then you recognize, remember the word, you recognize, you rediscover the same world. Your eyes are seeing the forms, your ears are hearing the sounds, but your experience is that of the truth. In this way, man, recognize. See, there are 3 rules. You might have heard from me before, but we'll put these rules again in front of you. And they are worthy of contemplation. First is, every effect must have a cause. Every ornament must have a cause called gold. Every effect, the wave, must have a cause called ocean. Every pot must have a cause called the mud. First rule, very clear. Every effect must have a cause. Now we go one step deeper. Cause itself expresses as many effects. Second rule. Cause expresses as many effects. One gold expresses as many ornaments. One mud expresses as many pots. One ocean expresses as many waves. Correct? So first rule was, every effect must have a cause. Second rule is, cause itself expresses as the various effects. So where are we right now? We have not come to the third principle yet. I am going to tell you. But let's analyze this. We are living at the level we know. Every child has a parent. Isn't it? Everything in this world is a play of cause and effect. So whatever success that I have today or you have today is because of all the seeds that you have sown before, the cause. The personality that you have today is because of the mindsets that you have created in the past, the cause, isn't it? If I put the seed of truthfulness, the effect is a truthful personality. If I put a seed of lies, then the personality is a lying personality. Cause and effect. But as we purify ourselves, we come to recognize, when you do karma yoga or you do contemplation or you chant the name of the Lord, very quickly, by the time you reach here or the heart, as I was explaining yesterday, the realization comes. It is that one who is expressing as many. It is that one mind who is expressing as many thoughts. It is that one body who is expressing as many limbs. It is that one reality who is expressing as the father, the son, the brother, the husband. All are four people. It is that one light which is expressing as the rainbow colors. Cause expressing as many effects. You remove the cause, there is no effect. That's the third rule. You remove the cause, there is no effect. Cause and effect, these two principles are only in the mind. When your attention goes to the reality, when your attention goes to the Lord, Lord is not the cause nor the effect. He is the ultimate principle. He is the ultimate principle. And when you get to Him, you realize everything is only Lord. There is nothing else other than Him. And that transformation of the vision comes about by His grace. So in this way, Moodhamate, O stupid fool, recognize that when the truth is recognized, the world, the samsara means the world. What is Sanskrit samsara means? Samsarati iti samsara. That which is continuously changing is samsara. That which is keeping you bound in identification is sansar. That which is deluding you is sansar. That which is making you see that which is not there is sansar. Looking at a girl and calling him a wife is an idea in the mind. The wife is not in the woman. See? So, reorienting your understanding is what satsang brings about. And in this way, oh man, seek Govinda, seek Govinda, seek Govinda. Just like a tiny ray of sunlight falling into a dark room is able to destroy the darkness, all you need is once only in your lifetime connection with the infinite light that is expressing as life through you. Only once. The entire ignorance, all identifications will be destroyed in toto once and for all. And in this way, bhaja Govindam, Govindam bhaja Moodhamate. Continuing in this way, much more can be talked about it, but as long as you get the gist of what is to be said, that is important. Ma kuru dhana jana yauvana garvam. Ma kuru dhana jana yauvana garvam. Harati nimeshat kala sarvam. Harati nimeshat kala sarvam. Maya mayamidam akhilam buddhva. Maya mayamidam akhilam buddhva. Brahma Brahmapadam tvam pravisha vedetva
Brahmapadam tvam pravisha vedetva
Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Take no pride in your possessions, in the people at your command, in the youthfulness that you have. Time loots away all these in a moment. Leaving aside all these, after knowing their illusory nature, realize that state of reality, the Brahman, and enter into it. See, I know one person in Melbourne. One day I used to go to his house even before I became a sannyasi, to his house for Gita classes. And wonderful couple, and I came back, still wonderful, everything, they loved me like their own child. They're younger than you, but they're younger than you, but they loved me like a child. And everything, I call that lady my mother only. But unfortunate thing happened that few years ago, the wife had gone because her parents were not well, back to Bombay, and the husband was continuously getting some itching and he was not able to breathe properly. They thought it was bronchitis, this, that. Went to the doctor, nothing. They gave him medicine, he came back. And then one day suddenly he coughed blood. Again he went back and suddenly scans, this, that. Suddenly they found that the cancer is in the 3rd stage in the lungs. Suddenly, from one day to the next. And that same man was planning, his daughter was supposed to get married in a few months' time, and the son is about to finish his year 12, and he was planning his future. See? But from the one day to the next, suddenly detection of cancer, and 6 months later he was dead. Absolutely healthy person, huh? No question, no, not even a little bit idea that he would get sick. Laughing, devoted, chanting, continuous satsang, everything going on fine. A good father, a good husband. He's the one who brought Ammachi first time to India, to Australia. See? But from within 6 months, life is over. And we think we are going to live for permanently. Wake up, oh stupid fool. Wake up. Don't live in those default mindsets. Cut through the delusion and come to the reality while living. And that is what is being told here. Take no pride in your possessions, in the people in your command, in the youthfulness that you have. All these, dhana, jana, yauvana, we have the pride and vanity about, I have got so much wealth, so we spend so much in the marriages, we spend so much on the branded dresses and the branded perfumes. Jana, I have got so much name, people respect me, people get up when I enter into the room, people give me their seat, blah, 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 blah. This false idea that people respect you. They respect you because they want something from you, nothing else. But this fellow feels that I am such an important person. You lose the election, then let's see who will get up when you come in the room. Nobody will get up. They stand at the door. Security guard. No, but you used to give me respect when just 2 days ago. He says, that was 2 days ago. What can you give me? Stand outside the door. There is no place. But this false thing is there, that I am very respected in the society, that I am a president, that I am a sannyasi, that I am a great orator, that I am respected by my kids, that I am respected by the youngsters and in your own head you are creating such a beautiful image of yourself only to be crashed one day. So better not have that vanity. And Yauvana, I am handsome. You know, even old, Swamiji, how do I look? Have I lost weight? Guess, you know, you go to some person, many houses, not only in India, here also it happens. Swamiji, guess how old I am? You know, if a young fellow who is 5-6 years old asks, you enjoy the conversation. But a 70-year-old ready to depart asks you, Swamiji, tell me how old I am? I said, from which side? This side or this side? From this side, maybe 2 years. No, don't say like that. See, I don't even have one wrinkle. You know how old I am? I don't have one wrinkle and I'm 72. My hair is absolutely black. I don't color. I'm 72. Bacha, how much pride, how much attachment to this body. And when that same hair in one day to the next suddenly goes, then also, Swamiji, please come for picture here. Swamiji, why is my hair receding? These type of questions, people don't ask me questions about reality. They ask me, Swamiji, why is my stomach not right? Swamiji, why is the pain in the knees? Swamiji, why is my hair line receding? And these questions usually come from the oldies. That's why they call. So I say, what do you want me to do? You want me to touch so that the hairline receding stops? This way, leaving aside all these after knowing their illusory nature. In the previous verse we saw, what is illusory nature? That which is continuously changing is not permanent. So drop it. And that is where we as a human being have a choice to think correctly. You only must think about that which cannot change. And what is that? The life principle. What else is changing? The mind is changing, the emotions are changing, the breath is changing, the body is changing, the weathers is changing, the seasons are changing, the world is changing. In short, the world is continuously changing. So no point aspiring for the world, no point running after the world. But then, if everyone does that, how will we live? We are not talking to everyone. We are talking to only these few who have come to listen. And even out of these few, everyone will not follow it. Because inside, in the mind, everyone has their own blueprint. You will continue to perform actions. Don't think that suddenly you will stop everything. It will not happen. What is asked is, while doing everything, you detach from everything. How do you detach? By thinking about the conscious principle, thinking about the divine in your heart. And in this way, that is the true success. True success is that which does not intoxicate us. Intoxication leads to pride and vanity. Truth cannot intoxicate us. World can intoxicate us. Therefore we want to be drugged. Drugged with success. We want to drugged with, I am intoxicated with opportunities or success. But the truth brings us to become more normal than the most normal person in the world. Commoner than the commonest. Who is fit in every situation. Your personality becomes like that. You don't carve out a unique, special personality as it was given before, that among the people I am respected and etc. etc. You don't become like that. And in this way, now we come to the last verse here. Last or second last, I think. Dinayaminyau sayam prataha. Dinayaminyau sayam prata Shishiravasantau punarayataha Santau punarayata kala kridati gacchati ayuhu. Kridati gacchati ayu tadapi na munchati ashavayuhu. Munchati ashavayu bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudhamate. Day and night, dawn and dusk, winter and spring, again and again come and depart. Time sports and life ebbs away, and yet one leaves not the gusts of desire. Understand? You feed one desire, you satisfy one desire, there are 100 more waiting to be satisfied. This time Swamiji came and he said, there is something called बेसन बोलते हैं ना, तो वैसे महाराष्ट्र में पिठले बोलते हैं उसको. तो उन्होंने कहा यार बहुत दिनों से वो नहीं खाया. तो ये से स्वामी जी अपनी मम्मी को बोलो बनाए ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. Mummy makes very nice one, so she made. The word spread. One desire of one basin, only to be made by my mum. But the word spread in Melbourne. Every person, South Indian, Keralite, Gujarati, this fellow, that fellow, everyone is making basin for every meal. वो पागल हो गए. He went mad. He said, अरे यार तुमने ये क्या सबको, you told everyone to make this only. I said, Swamiji, I didn't say. I didn't say anyone. Let's see what happens. You have one desire and then it leads to renunciation eventually. Then you are enough. So here he says that we are this compulsion within our mind is called a desire. And this desire only appears in our mind when we feel we can become complete by possessing, contacting, becoming one with something out there. So even we all want to become one, understand this. We want to be complete. That is our essential nature, to be complete. But it is being wrongly placed because we have forgotten our completeness. Therefore, we are seeking completeness from outside by coming in union with our partners, by having a relationship with our children, by becoming one with the food that we put inside, by becoming one with the sleep, also is trying to be complete. But alas, sleep also goes away, hunger also comes again, children also leave us, partners also leave us. Nothing in this world is ever able to satisfy you completely. Yet we do not give up the desire. That is, desires will never go away by themselves. You have to work on it. They'll never go away. It's like the tail of a dog. It will be always, as much you put, for 10 years you put it in a straight tube. You take out the tube, again it will go back to its original position. Same is this mind. Mind's job, its existence is for manifesting desires. And how do desires appear in our mind? As thoughts, isn't it? And how do you remove the desires? I can remove the desires by drinking alcohol. I forget all the aspirations and desires. I can take drugs. I can give up desires. I can take cocaine and forget and go into a zombie world for some time. But has it taken me away? The moment I come back to my senses, I want to take a shot of the drug again. I want to drink that alcohol again. I want to take a sniff of that cocaine again. And I become addicted to it. And slowly a point comes when is it? Before I used to take only one cigarette, now I take 20 cigarettes and still I am not satisfied. Before I used to take one peg, now I finish the bottle, still I am not satisfied. So desires will not end. We have to be strict with our mind. And how do we strict with our mind? By reorienting its direction towards the truth. There is nothing in this world that you can practice, including pranayam. Pranayam, breathing exercises, they can stop the desire temporarily, but they cannot eradicate the desires. I used to chant. I used to do, for so many years I was doing meditation and sadhana and yoga abhyas and kundalini abhyas. My drink, every time I used to do, for 4 years I went through this. I used to drink, I used to eat meat, I used to go to discotheques, I used to dance, and all this, as the inside the feeling used to come that I must get away from all this, I must get away from all this, and the only way was do pranayam. That's what I knew, and I used to do that. And when I used to do that, and as I went into deeper and deeper meditation, all these vices left me. And I used to feel, I achieved. And the moment I used to stop, all of them within a month they will come back. Again I used to do, after 3-4 months of delay, again I will start my pranayam, etc. Again they will leave me. Again I will stop, again they will come back. I didn't realize this was happening. After 3 years of experimenting, means every 6 months I am doing it. And one day I got frustrated. I was writing my notebook. And that time I realized, man, I have fallen into this cycle. I do pranayam, things go away, I stop it, it comes back. How can I stop this permanently? That's the natural, logical question. How do I stop it permanently? It's always coming and going. When I'm doing the practices, it's going. When I stop the practice, it's coming. So one day I was so frustrated because of this. How do I, at that moment, oh Lord, please help me. How do I get over it? And from inside, you have to experience it. From inside my heart and mind, the voice said, you are doing it, you are doing it. You are not doing it as an offering to me. I said, oh, dekh yaar. So it was an ego trip. I am the doer of the exercises. I am the remover of all these vices. This feeling was there. It was the feeling that Lord has taken it away from me. This was never there. And from that day, I stopped all my meditation. And I started chanting the name of the Lord. I will sleep. I will not sleep all night. I will take the rosary and keep chanting the name. I am sitting, I will go to sleep. The moment I will get disturbed and I will wake up, again I will start chanting. Maybe 15 minutes I will chant, again I will go to, again I will start chanting. Night after night. Why? I said, I will not stop drinking, I will not stop smoking. You have to stop it now. Because before I was doing it, now you have to do it. Only thinking of the divine, only offering all your desires at the feet of the divine, it will eradicate all the desires. That's the only way. But if you are on an ego trip that I can remove the desires, you will hit against solid wall. And that wall, what happens when you bounce against a wall? It comes back to you. More desires will come back. So recognize. Here it is being told that just like in life everything is a cyclical. Similarly, these desires, if satisfied, they lead to more desires. So have a desire for the Lord, that alone will lead to no desires in your life. And in this way, we come to the last verse of this time. So this is the concluding verse that the Adi Shankaracharya, having given the basic tenets by banging principles, that wake up you stupid fool, otherwise you are going to, this will be your destination. This is how you will die. This is how you will get caught up in the world. So here he says, Kate Kanta Dhanagata Chinta Vatula Kim Tava Nasti Niyanta Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Reka Jagati Sajjana Sangati Reka Bhavati Bhavarnavatarane Nauka Bhavati Bhavarnavatarane Nauka Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. See, here in the previous verse where it was told, and yet one does not leave the gust of desires. You have got diabetes and you don't stop eating sweets. You have arthritis but you want to go still on pilgrimages. See? Your eyes are not able to, they are going crazy, but you still want to continue sitting on the computer. Desire. It will lead to your destruction. Nobody having a desire for the world has survived. Nobody till today. Impossible. But if you can direct that desire to the Lord, maybe in this life there is salvation possible. It is possible. Because that is your birthright. Because that's why you are born. Otherwise you will justify as given in this 13th verse. What is this? O distracted one, why worry about wife, wealth, etc.? Is there not for you the one who ordains, rules, commands in these three worlds? It is the association with good people alone that can serve as a boat to cross the sea of change, birth and death. But man continuously justifies. Swamiji, is it not my duty to take care of my children and grandchildren and my parents? No. Bigger duty than that, after being born as a human being, is to recognize the Lord in your life, who is expressing through your heart at this moment. But because we have forgotten that, we have put all our eggs in the basket of our children, parents, grandchildren. If you do that, face the consequences. Nobody is forcing you to do anything here. You have come by your own choice to listen to this Bhaj Govindam. The truth is this. What you do with it is your choice. You may do something now, you may do something later in your life. But if you do something right now, your life will be more fulfilling. And therefore, people justify kate kanta dhanagata chinta. They continuously justify and worry about the wife, the wealth, the desires, that unfinished projects that they have in their life, the name and fame that they have in their life. But they don't realize that there is one who is ruling everything. There is one who is ordaining everything. There is one master, and that master is for a wave. Who is that master? The ocean. Ocean is expressing through all the waves at all the times. But the wave is not recognizing that ocean. It's only worried about, I had a beginning, one day I will die, please save me before I reach the shore. See? So, correct your thinking. And how is it possible? Here it is told, Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Reka. The only way to reorient, correct your thinking is by coming in association with wise people. Who are the wise people? Who are, the only theme for them is the divine. Not about the world. It is about the divine. Are they mad? Yes, they are mad for the Lord. Are they mad? Yes, there are different types of these good people. Some of them show you that some have the quality to be totally mad for the Lord. Other people have the quality to be mad with the Lord and yet function in the world. Others have the quality of being totally absorbed in the Lord, functioning in the world without detachment?
With,
Pardon me?
with,
Huh?
with detachment.
Detachment to the world. I am also functioning in this world. Sai Baba also functioned in this world. Do you say that he was attached to the whole world? If you are attached to the world, your speech is different. Your ideas are different. Baba, if you have seen Sai Baba, continuously he is doing like that. He is in wonderment all the time. Why have all these people come to see me? What I know, they also know. The life that I come to know is expressing through them also. Yet all these people have come to see me. Wow. See? Continuous wonderment. So Sajjana Sangati Rekha, seek companionship, seek company, seek friendship, seek tutelage, seek the surrender with such people who are able to direct your mind to the Lord's feet or direct your mind to the truth. Both is same. That is the only antidote for this justification, for this life, the whole life in the verses that we have seen, dharma, artha, kama. Preoccupation with doing your duties, preoccupation with satisfying your desires, preoccupation with earning wealth. This was taken care of in the 12-13 verses. And then in the 11th or 12th, 10th verse it was told, Satsangatve Nissangatvam, isn't it? So they showed you, Adi Shankaracharya showed you the ephemeralism, the temporariness of the life, but that temporariness of the life is because your attention is on the world. The world is temporary, but the world cannot exist without a cause, and that cause has to be permanent, and that permanent is the divine in your heart. That permanent is the self that you are, the conscious principle. And how do you come to know about this self? Only by coming into the company of good people, company of wise people. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dakrim Karane, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. So with this we have concluded the 13 verses of Bhaj Govindam. These are the first 12 verses where the explanation, and the 13th verse is the overview he has taken, that only with the coming in contact with wise people you can correct your vision. Otherwise it's not possible. To correct the vision, if you correct your vision, you correct your perception, how you see the world. When the perception is corrected, your performance in the life is corrected. So first we have to change from inside, our convictions have to change. Change of conviction means the change of vision. Change of vision brings about change in perception. Change in perception brings about change in performance. And you don't have to think of the performance, it automatically happens without any thinking, once the convictions are changed. So with this, Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.